What up to my peoples and welcome to Retro Crunch, and to start off this week's retro pop culture news. If you're a fan of 1980s cartoons, and especially if you liked Alf, whose real name is Gordon Shumway, he's an alien from Melmac, he had his own TV show that ran from 1986 to 1990, you might remember him. You also might remember that there were two Alf cartoons that came on Saturday mornings on NBC's cartoon lineup. There was Alf the Animated Series and Alf Tales, which I actually kind of like that one better. Well, Shout Factory TV, which already has the Alf TV show on its streaming service, they also recently announced that they're going to be streaming the cartoon spin-offs starting in July. I'll link to Shout's webpage down below if you guys want to catch the show. Also, one other thing that I thought that was kind of funny was that Alf, he actually has his own Twitter account, and there's some rumor that Alf might actually appear in Guardians of the Galaxy 3. I don't know if this is a fact or if this is going to happen, but James Gunn, who's the director, he said, you never know. Then real fast, I wanted to give an update on the Hulk Hogan biopic that's going to be starring Chris Hemsworth as Hulk Hogan. Now, Chris, he did an interview with comicbook.com, and he had this to say. That film's a while away. That's sort of in the development stage, you know, and if that comes to fruition, great. Director Todd Phillips is brilliant. Haven't ripped any shirts off yet, but you'll be the first to hear about it when I do. I'm really looking forward to seeing this biopic if it actually ever gets made, but right now it seems like it's on hiatus, and Chris Hemsworth is really busy with a bunch of other movies. I'll keep you up to date if I hear any more news on the Hulk Hogan movie, though. Next up, this is my favorite news of the week. It looks like Duke Nukem might finally be getting a movie. It's kind of funny. I'm saying finally like I ever even expected Duke Nukem to get a movie, but I am kind of glad he's getting one. It wasn't even something that I really even thought would happen, but since it's going to be made, I'm like, bring it on. I love the Duke Nukem games. I loved playing Duke Nukem 3D back in the 90s. Even before that, I used to play the scrolling game. I thought it was kind of like a cross between Super Mario and Contra. If you played it, you might know what I'm talking about. That game was fun, but when Duke Nukem 3D came out, I was all in on the Duke Nukem franchise. It's a real shame that it took like 15 years for Duke Nukem Forever to finally come out. All of us Nukem fans, we kind of fizzled out waiting on this new game. But still, if you're a fan of Duke Nukem like I am, let me know what you think about the creators of Cobra Kai deciding to make a movie based on the Duke Nukem game, and who would you like to see playing the lead character? I know who I would pick. This guy. And then in our next story, it is time for you to go dig through all of your VHS collection and see if you got some high quality VHSs you can sell. Because apparently there is a unopened copy of Back to the Future that just sold at a Heritage auction for a whopping $75,000. This to me is amazing. For one thing, I really do love collecting like 80s VHS movies. But one thing that I've learned over all the years is it is really hard to find one that's going to be really good quality after 20, 25 years of keeping it in storage. $75,000 for a movie that you're never going to watch? I don't know. I really don't think that the guy who bought this copy of Back to the Future is ever going to actually play the movie or even unwrap it from its cellophane. But one thing that I kind of liked about collecting some old stuff like video games and toys is that you can actually get them out and look at them and play with them. VHS tapes that are wrapped? I don't know. But anyways, let me know what you think about this news, and is there any video out there that you would pay $75,000 for? And then before we go, I have two more retro stories for you guys. First off, if you're a comic book collector like me, you'll be happy to know that there is a Avengers comic book anthology collection that's going to be coming out for collectors, and it's going to be an extra large print format. This one's going to be Avengers Volume 1, 1963 through 1965. It's going to include the first 20 stories that were featured of those superheroes, and it's going to contain 630 pages in this hardcover book. Also, there's going to be two versions of the book that's going to be coming out. Now, one's going to have 5,000 copies that are going to be made, and this is going to cost $200. And then the other collector's version is going to be 1,000 copies, and it's going to be $600. But if you're interested in this, check the description down below if you want to pre-order. Then for Lego's 90th anniversary, they're selling a modern recreation of the 1979 Galaxy Explorer. Now, this set was kind of special to me. I never actually owned this growing up, but I used to see this in all of the catalogs when I was a little kid, and I really wanted one a long time ago. And that's your retro news for the week. If you're into retro news and nostalgia stuff from back in the day, I'll see you in the next video. I'll catch you on the flip side, and remember, if it ain't retro, it ain't worth watching.